gentlemen, my role is simple: to give highlights of what is in this manifesto. When we start to make an analysis, we discovered that the country is sick, it is broken, and so it needs rebuilding. And so what do you do when you are rebuilding your house? You need pillars. You need pillars to make a foundation, and that is exactly what we did. That our manifesto is structured under pillars, 5 pillars. The first pillar is generating new employment opportunities. 2.6% of our youth are not in employment. Statistics also show that out of 100 people, only 26 are employed. 84 do not have any means of livelihood. So as a country, perhaps this is an opportune moment that we find an economist in the name of Right Honorable Nathan Mandala Mafabi, who can perhaps fix some of these things so that we can regain sanity as a country. Otherwise, so we have generating new employment opportunities, because we thought that if people are employed, then they are not going to live hopeless lives. They are not going to live life of indignity. We are going to curb the increasing margin between the rich and the poor. The youth will not go into depression and resort to drug abuse. That's why generating new employment opportunities became very, very critical as we wrote this manifesto. And under this, we thought we needed to focus on what is called productive sectors. And these are agriculture, trade and industry, mineral development, oil and gas, and tourism. Now, when you are building also, you will not just need pillars, you will also need cement, perhaps sand and other ingredients. Now, pillar 2 is strategic investments. And under strategic investments, we looked at infrastructure, the roads. When the party president is speaking, I think he's going to give you how many kilometers we want to deliver as the FDC government in the next 5 years. The current NRM government, so far has done 60,028 kilometers in 40 years. And in Uganda, we have about 25,000 plus kilometers of road. Now, if in 40 years the government has delivered only 5,000, roughly, I'm not a mathematician, but you will need about 112 plus years of the NRM government to deliver the 25,000 plus kilometers of road we have in this country. So, but the FDC government is promising to deliver these roads, to deliver rail infrastructure, water, air transport, information, communication and technology, as well as housing. Then, under the strategic investments, still we have the component of energy. Then we have land, water, environment, as well as security. The third pillar we looked at was human resource development, because this is the most important and critical factor. Human resource is very, very critical for a country. And so we paid attention. We paid attention to education, looked at the challenges of the diminishing quality, the salary disparities among SC teachers, the lack of national school feeding policy, the insufficient low capital grants, the high dropout rates, and the discrimination of just giving only science students the loans when the other students are equally deserving, because they are all citizens, they are all our children. So under this, we also looked at sports and creative arts, as well as the health sector. So we all this, the flag bearer is going to come here and make pronouncements. He is going to make the policy shifts in some of these sectors. So for me, I'm just giving the highlights, then the flag bearer will tell you how he wants to carry this forward. The next pillar, which is the fourth pillar, is leadership and governance. I think all Ugandans are aware that we have a leadership crisis in the country. We have leaders who want to use the military to hold on power. We have leaders that are corrupt. We have leaders that are incompetent and incapable of delivering to the citizens. We looked at all those under establishment of inclusive value-based politics. We have a plan to eliminate corruption. We have a plan to control the debt burden of Uganda, and we have proposed that for better leadership of this country, we are going into a devolution where Uganda can be managed under a federal arrangement. We have looked at the justice system, where there is delayed justice, abuse of criminal justice system, poor quality judgments, armchair investigations, etc., etc. We have given you our proposal about making a peaceful transition, and then highlighted issues of human rights and how we intend to handle these issues. Again, our flag bearer is going to make pronouncements on these issues. And finally, we looked at the last pillar, which is interest groups. Ladies and gentlemen, you are aware that while we can sort and solve all these other challenges, the interest group, such as women, youth, people with disability, elders and pensioners, have their challenges which need unique and tailored interventions. That's why we chose to have a pillar on interest groups. And here, maybe I can link one of them, that for the youth, we want to give 1 million shillings for every graduate who comes out of this so that they can settle down. Ladies and gentlemen, I can see I'm getting tempted to pronounce the policy statements of our flag bearer. Allow me to stop here and say it has been a hectic exercise. You have not gotten the copies because the person laying the book and printing could not meet the deadline, but we promise that in 2 or 3 days, we are going to have the copies available to you. Thank you so much for listening to me. I do pray that the God that led us all here will take us back safely, and I pray that the God who gives us life is going to keep us alive so that we can give the Honorable Nathan Nandala Mafabi the vote to come and fix the economy and put money in our pocket. Allow me to invite the President to come. come and give his remarks. Thank you very much for listening to me.
Oye! One Uganda! One people! Everybody Dandala, oye! Thank you so much, Mr. President. FDC, oye! FDC, oye! James Nathan Nandala Mafabi, oye! One Uganda! One people, the national chairman of the FDC, Your Excellency, the incoming president of Uganda, vice chairpersons of the party, my colleagues, deputy presidents of the party, deputy secretary general, honorable members of parliament, sitting elected council leaders, the chieftaincy of Electoral Commission, my colleagues, members of the National Executive Committee, all of you distinguished chairpersons from all over the country, our special guests, and I want to recognize our guests from GEMA and also the ED of IPOD, our other Bagole, whom I will soon be introducing to you, members of the Fourth Estate, members of this great party, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Patrick Oboy Amuriat Power, the president of the FDC. I have decided to introduce myself that way because there could be confusion between the presidential flag bearer and the president of the FDC. And for those who do not know our practice here, it is possible to have a president of the party who is not the flag bearer of the party. This is not a unique occasion because, Mr. Chairman, as you know, this has never happened before in the history of the FDC. I am going to make remarks. First of all, the sitting president of the FDC. But before I make those remarks, that may not be very brief, by the way, permit me, Mr. Chairman, on behalf of the party, to carry out a very, very important exercise, important to the growth and sustenance of our great party. And as I do this, I would like to extend my thanks to the chairman of Kwania, Mr. Olokotum. If you are around, please stand up for recognition. I would like also to extend my appreciation, recognition of the chairman of Omoro District, Justin Odong. I would like these chairpersons to move forward. I also would like to recognize and to thank the chairman of Dakolo District, The Honorable Julius Okelwawan, please step forward as we carry out this function. I am also going to ask the NEC leaders from Lango and Acholi to please step forward and accompany me on this journey. And as they come, I would like to take this honor to introduce to you and to invite her to step forward the Honorable Etit Katie Okao, all the way from Kwania. I also would like to ask the Honorable Dr. Lalam Grace Anna to step forward. And finally, and certainly not the least, to ask the Honorable Prislin Lacote Otoy from Omoro to step forward. These three ladies have taken a bold step to move out of the ruling NRM party and to join the FDC. This is a culmination of an exercise that the leaders standing here before you worked on day and night. And yesterday, last evening at 10 p.m. right here in the seat of the FDC, we confirmed that the three have taken a decision to join us. One Uganda, one people, FDC. I want to invite you, my dear friends of the FDC, to give a big round of applause to these wonderful ladies. The three ladies don't come alone. They come, first of all, with the following, but secondly, and equally important, they have offered to take our flag to run as our candidates in those three districts of northern Uganda. This exhibits the growth that the FDC has always worked for and continues to yearn for. And so I would like to speak to the hearts of my sisters. You join today a party that is well organized and well structured. Today you join a party that has a spread across the country. You are coming into an organization that respects everybody and gives opportunities equally, regardless of your age in the party. You have got equal rights. I want to assure you that you are in the right place. We are going to walk with you through the valleys and hills, across the rivers and streams of your constituency, to carry forward our message, the message of the FDC, and to run with you so that you may become our representatives in Parliament. We don't do this every often, especially when we harvest from the opposition. But we are quite happy as the FDC to do this when we harvest from our tomatoes, from those people who have mismanaged this country, and therefore we do this boldly in broad daylight without fear or favor. I also would like to say to the gathering here that the three ladies are just a tip of the iceberg. More are coming. They are coming from Buvuma, they are coming from Jinja, they will be coming from Nakapiripirit, some will even be coming from Ankole. We will continue welcoming them until a point when, we have harvested as many as possible from the NRM. I would like, Mr. Chairman of the party, to ask you to allow the three ladies each 1 minute to make a commitment before the cameras of the national and international televisions that we are together beginning today and we shall keep together forever and ever.
I can assure you, I can say, one Uganda! One people! One Uganda! Thank you very much, my people. Thank you, Mr. President, Mr. Moriat, the aspirant, my president, Mr. Nandala. I'm very happy. Forum for Democratic Change. I'm sorry, I'm here to learn. Work in progress. I was in NRM. I love them NRM, but I was disappointed. I boarded the bus to get to my destination. Unfortunately, because of the irregularities, the unfairness, the bribery, it wasn't fair and free, and I cannot tolerate that. I decided to park that bus and pick the key and move. The bus cannot move now because I want a change. I want a free nation where things are done openly, fairly, without favoring anybody. Thank you so much. God bless you all.
You will allow us to address the ladies. And I am going to ask the Deputy President from Buganda to come and dress up the lady in our traditional colors that will symbolize her being part of us beginning today.
The cameras are this side. The body to kubo mugonga atoyo.
Generation DJ.
Soketi Etit Okao is going to be our flag bearer in Kwania district of northern Uganda. I would like to invite Dr. Lalam Grace Ann to please step forward and make her remarks.
FDC oye! One Uganda! One people!
One Uganda.
I'm called Dr. Lalam Grace Anna Atine. Atine is my husband, is around. I wish he could come to the camera. We have come as a family.
Yes.
Light.
All protocols observed. I'm very happy to be in this gathering. Thank you so much to my chairman. Thank you so much to my brother Emma, Aduri, flag bearer. Wherever you are, I'm so pleased. Everybody who welcomed me here. I contested in the by-election as an independent candidate. And for those ones who were in Dokoro, they admired how I was performing. And they wanted if I would be that daughter of Vimat. But that time I was independent, and the NRM came and deceived me, telling me that I should step down, they'll give me the flag. The next time come this election, which has already passed. And they left me alone without any money. And they went and stole the votes. I was so disappointed. Now that I'm here, members of this gathering, I am looking for a sense of belonging. I'm looking for a family. I am looking for protection. I thought that if I'm to go back as an independent candidate, they will come and rob me once again. But here I am. Thank you so much. I am going to do my best. I have left the bag packed and the key is with me. I will never go back because I have seen the hardship, the deception, and the lies that is in NRM. One Uganda, one people, Ra, Sha.
I will ask the Honorable Stella Apolotisodo to come and please address the lady.
Generation DJ.
Yes, the third person that I would like to invite is the Honorable Priestley Lacote Toy. Please step forward, podium, and I'm going to ask the leader of the Women's League, Agnes Sache to step forward to receive her sister.
FDC Oye. One Uganda. One people. It's such a pleasure for me to be here. Most especially, I want to appreciate and thank the executive for giving me the warm welcome. My chairman of Omoro District, Mr. Obia, Justin. My point is, one, I want to thank FDC leaders for the consistency in their leadership under this dictatorial leadership of NRM. Uganda is supposed to be a democratic government, but here we are with the lifting of the presidential limit. For me, that was a negative, and I stepped aside. And I've chosen to come and join the party which speaks about change. Because in the NRM, it is no change. But here we are to give opportunity to those with ability to lead. And I want to thank the FDC party for that. Thank you very much. I am a married woman with one husband. My husband is not here with me because he works outside of Uganda. He's an engineer. He has work in Pakistan. And I want to thank you all for the welcome that I have received.
We'll ask Agnes just go step down. And of course, as this was happening, the skies opened up, which is an indication in the African tradition that these are blessed people. DJ, can we yelling as our sisters walk back to their seats? Okay, you may go to your tents. Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman, allow me to take this honor to address this National Council in my capacity as a former aspirant for the flag, presidential flag.
It's okay.
As all of you are aware, by the way, politicians are not supposed to fear rain. You operate even in the most harsh environment. And that is why we say, come rain, come shine, we will move forward. I was nominated on the 6th of May 2025 together with my brother James Nathan Nandalamafabi to run for the position of presidential flag bearer of the FDC. Some people thought at the very inception that this was a joking matter, that we, the two of us, were duping Ugandans, and that we did mean to compete against each other. And they had the justification for that. Because you all know that for many years, 28 years now, nearly 30 years, Nandala and I have been tight friends. Thank you very much. But don't do this when you are addressing your voters. We've been tight friends. We've worked together. We've served this country. We were in parliament at the same time. We have led the FDC. We have cried together. We have laughed together. We have slept in one bed together. And that bed happened to be a tarpaulin during our campaigns in the by-election in Toroma. We have been accused together. And some people even attempted to hound myself and Nandala Mafabi out of this party. Because we kept together, and by sheer use of the unity that you people exhibited, this party today stands tall above most political organizations in this country. And so when we set out on the journey to campaign, we did come to some of your districts. At the time, of course, because of the regulations within the party, I had to step aside and allow one of my deputies to run the party on my behalf. And just in case I forget, I would like to quickly appreciate the Honorable Caps Hassan Fungaro, MP Emeritus of Ubongi. Please come here. We have to be in this rain together. because you don't act on my behalf and not suffer on my behalf. And so the Honorable Fungaro took over office as my brother and myself moved across the country looking for votes among you, the leaders of the FDC, the delegates of the National Delegates Conference, and also common Ugandans, in keeping with our tradition. I want to say the Honorable James Nathan was a worthy competitor. We went out to showcase our democracy that is unrivaled by any political organization in this country. We went out to demonstrate our capacity as Democrats who could compete even as friends, but come back and keep together. We wrote in the history books of this country the fact that it is possible to compete, but compete fairly and also remain friends even after the competition. As we went in the nooks of this country, as we came to your districts, we were told by delegates, we were urged by religious leaders, the elders spoke to our hearts and they said, we are lost of choice. How can we choose between two very competent leaders, moreover, people who believe the same, two people who are friends? Save us the trouble. Go build consensus. And so I would like to take the honor to thank Canon James Wanyaka, the leader of the elders of Bugisu, who invited the leaders of Teso to Mbale to talk peace and to urge us to build consensus. I also would like to appreciate the party elders who converged here, coming from across the country, who came on and advised us on the need for us to build consensus. I would like to declare that I listened to your voices. I appreciated the fact that Nandala and I are friends. I was also informed of the need to keep the party together. Judging from our history, where we have fallen apart on account of political fights within the party arising from elections. I also was alive to the fact that we needed a lot of money to conduct a national delegates conference in order to elect a presidential flag bearer. And I said, deep in my heart, without any grudge, not being cajoled or forced by anybody, that the right decision was for me to step down in favor of my brother James Nathan Nandala Mafat. After all, I had been there before. As you know, even as a loner, I took your flag in 2021. Even as a despised candidate, walking without shoes taken by the Uganda police force, I still continue to carry your flag across the country. I played my part. It is time for Nandala Mafabi to play his part. And so I would like to congratulate my brother Nathan upon this milestone that you have achieved, and that the flag of the FDC will be carried very high across this country from the time we begin our campaigns to the end. It shall not be put down. That is our principle. I will now address you, my dear friends. Mr. Chairman, Mr. President, please be seated. As the President of the FDC, you can now, you have suffered enough, don't continue suffering, go and sit, you are wet enough. I would like to move forward and speak to you, my dear friends. And as I was doing this, the Secretary General of the Uganda People's Congress, my brother Bill walked in. Please welcome our brother Bill. The campaign that is before us is not a campaign of Nandala Mafabi alone. It is our campaign. I earlier on said I fought a lone fight. I want to pray that you, my friends in the FDC, will not abandon Nandala Mafabi, and that he may not walk alone. He should walk with us. That you are going to go to your districts to find candidates, just like Jokolo, Juania, and Omoro have illustrated today to us. That you will go as a mass and mobilize the masses for the victory of the FDC in the next election. And that you will be prepared to walk the talk even in hard conditions of not having resources, in hard conditions of bearing hunger and thirst. And that if you did all this, victory will come our way. Our work has been made even easier by comrades. Fellow compatriots, Nandala Mafabi is no ordinary candidate. And I want to speak before I sit down to the person of Nandala Mafabi, a seasoned politician, a generous person, and enterprising individual. Whatever organization Nandala Mafabi sets his foot on, he doesn't run it down, he runs it up. That is Nandala Mafabi. And as we're running up, the Secretary General of the Democratic Party, Dr. Siranda, arrived, and I would like you to give a round of applause to Dr. Siranda. James Nandala Mafabi is a man who knows how to make money. He can turn anything to money. Give him a dry leaf today and he will turn it to money. This is an accomplished international player who is going to take the FDC to places. Nandala Mafabi is a very kind man, extremely kind. He has sacrificed for this party. He has caused things to move in this party, and without him, certain things would never have moved. And so while thanking my brother Nathan, I would like to say I have all the confidence in you to run this race successfully. I now want to talk to the naysayers. And if I live here without talking to the naysayers, I would not have made justice of my speech. There are people who left this place in anger, and they thought by stepping out of the FDC, we would collapse. There are even funny guys around town who thought they could infiltrate the FDC and cause trouble here. Instead, they found trouble. They have gone away with trouble. They thought they would dissolve this party. Shame upon you. We'll continue to march on and not listen to background noise. We won't. And so, I want to say to the naysayers, we are not going to be deterred. We will march on. Our mission is to save this country. And we are looking at fixing the economy and putting money in our pocket. There are some people who think that is their slogan. But what anybody claims, they should be able to justify. What anybody claims, they should be able to prove their worth. We prove our worth through our manifesto, and everything is written out there in an organized manner, and we are going to prove to this country that we shall fix this economy and put money in the pocket of Uganda. Nathan, I want you to accept my assurances. In 2021, you were among the very few who walked with me. You never abandoned me. I will never abandon you in this quest of the liberation of this country. Comrades, I'm not going to speak much more than that. I want to thank you very much and wish you journey masses back home. It is time to start work. It is time for change. It is an opportunity for the FDC to lead this country. Thank you very much. God bless you. One Uganda. One people. All chairpersons are going to start duty today. And this is not a request from your president. This is a command. You are going to go with the forms of our candidates, and within a period of 2 weeks, they must be returned to the headquarters. This is not a request, but thank you very much. God bless you all. Thank you so much, Mr. President.
Men and women united, we stand. Uganda forward, FDC for a better Uganda. Forward, forward, Uganda forward. One Uganda, one people. Social services to everybody. Equality and employment. Transformation and prosperity. One Uganda, one people. Forward, forward, Uganda forward. FDC for a better Uganda. Forward, forward, Uganda forward. One Uganda, one people. One Uganda, one people. Everybody, young and old, men and women. One Uganda forward. One Uganda, one people. All farmers, all workers, taxi drivers, border border, beer traders. Uganda forward. One Uganda, one people. Job seekers, street vendors, religious leaders, peace lovers, everybody. Uganda forward. One Uganda, one people. Forward, forward, Uganda forward. FDC for a better Uganda. Forward, forward, Uganda forward. One Uganda, one people.
Thank you so much. I would like to process a resolution of this council. I know that we have had the highlights of the manifesto. A detailed booklet will be given to you, but I would love that we move a motion that we receive our manifesto as one of the guiding documents for the FDC, and then we proceed to the next agenda. May I have someone move a motion that we receive the manifesto, which we shall launch thereafter. Yes, can somebody take the...
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. My name is Mohamed Khalifa Belgio. I'm the National Deputy Secretary for Mobilization from Eastern Uganda. I rise up to move the procedure motion that we receive the manifesto as presented by the chairperson manifesto committee as a working document for FDC party. I beg to move.
Those seconding? Yes, Honorable Isoto. Honorable Isoto.
Thank you. I, Stella Apollo Isodo, the Iron Lady of FDC permanent Pingora District, move to second the motion on the floor. I beg to submit.
Thank you, Honorable Isoto.
Thank you. I, Ekudo Tom Julius, Member of Parliament, Gweri County in Soroti, stand to second the motion.
Thank you. Those seconding the motion, do we adopt the motion? Yes. Those in favor of us adopting the motion to receive the manifesto as presented, say aye. Aye. And those against say nay. The ayes have it. May I therefore invite the chieftains of the Electoral Commission, please step forward.
and tell us the story of how you arrived at the flag bearer officially. I continue to recognize our visitors, and I'll give a detailed recognition after a message from the chieftaincy of the Electoral Commission. Thank you.
One Uganda, one people. Thank you very much. National Chairman, Forum for Democratic Change, President, members of the National Executive Committee, members of the National Council, our guests representing the various political parties, the oldest parties in this country, the second oldest party in Africa, the Democratic Party, the Uganda People's Congress, which was in the government twice, the executive of inter-party organizations for dialogue, report, and many of you, the various political parties in this country. You are very much welcome to FDC party headquarters. The gallant FDC men and women, distinguished media practitioners, fellow citizens, you are very much welcome. There are many of my colleagues who have participated in the electoral processes. Please stand up for recognition. Commissioners, district supervisors, sub-county supervisors, village supervisors, cell supervisors, ward supervisors. I know you are very many. It is a very big team. But members of the National Council have seen you and they recognize your contribution and the noble task force you have done for this country. Dear current members of this August House of the 19th Special National Council, held on the 13th of August 2025 at the party headquarters, Najanankumbi, Kampala, the capital of Uganda. Dear current members, I thank you for coming. I just rise up to address you on a very important but brief issue. And after this brief, the history of this country, the history of this party, the history of the individual I will mention will automatically change. And the thrust of this matter is on how the party arrived at the candidature of Right Honorable Nathan Nandala Mafari James, the current Member of Parliament of Budadiri West Constituency, and the incoming Commander-in-Chief of the Uganda Armed Forces and the 10th President of the Republic of Uganda. The FDC Electoral Commission laid down 4 steps through which a candidate can be arrived at. These steps include picking and returning of expression of interest forms, picking and returning of nomination forms, vetting of candidates, and primary elections. I am delighted to inform you that 5 members picked and returned expression of interest forms, of which only 4 members picked nomination forms. From the 4 members, only 2 were successfully nominated to run for the presidential flag bearer. The 2 candidates Honorable Engineer Patrick Amuriato Boy, and Right Honorable Nathani Nandala Mafali James, traversed some parts of the country seeking for the support of delegates who are supposed to vote for one of them on the 31st of July 2025. The two candidates, Honorable Engineer Oboy Amuriati Patrick and Right Honorable Nathan Nandala Mafali James, went through vetting process, and the Electoral Commission was preparing for the 31st July 2025 National Delegates Conference